Welcome to an episode of Daily Dose of Game with your boy Unclebigdee. Where, as you know already, we talk about subjects and things that people never discuss. As you guys already know by now, I am a mentalist. I meditate a lot, I think a lot, I channel out, seek real knowledge, truth, and information outside the box, beyond this bubble that we live in. I throw it out into the universe, and the universe brings you back answers and information that I relate back to you guys on these films. Okay, for those who comes in alignment with me and my films, who needs or seeks this information, the universe had brought me in alignment with you and brought you to my video. So welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a very deep subject. It pertains to everybody. It's well needed to be spoken about. Nobody ever really speaks about it. Maybe because they just don't know the information or understand it, or that they just don't have the authority to speak on it because they don't really know. They're not that deep into having the right information to give out. Okay, with me, I try to do my best to make sure I give out correct information, or at least the correct path and leads to get you to the right information. You know what I mean? Because I'm not here to steer you the wrong way or play games. We up here, we really with this business. We're really trying to get to the truth and seek the real knowledge. So today we're gonna be speaking about a touchy subject. It's very deep. A lot of people like to block these things out. They don't want to hear about them because it doesn't subscribe to their beliefs or their religion or culture or whatever they're used to being a part of. But I suggest that you do listen, because today this subject that we're speaking on is very, very, very deep and it's real, and you won't hear it too many other places. I've never heard nobody else speak on this. This is all my information that I've came up with, found out myself through years of extensive research, doing the mathematics, breaking down all of the, in my scholar and all the different subjects and areas that I've touched and dug deep in and studied extensively and searched out the universe to find information, and gathering up all these information and putting it all together, consolidating it, coming up with certain premises that it's not just to meet the standards of the things that we found out to make it make sense. This actually is deeper than that, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. First off, we're going to speak on this creation, humans, mind, computers, and all these other things that we living in. You know what I mean? It's the matrix. The mind matrix. What is it? How did it come to be? How did this world, why is this world what it is? How did it even get here? Okay? What I found out throughout the years of studying is that all these things are computed. Okay? And the intelligent design of a man, a person, bacteria, computers, all these different minds that think, these systems that think. Okay, what I mean by thinking is computing all has to do with back and forth. Okay, magnetism, opposites interfacing with each other, coming back and forth interfacing with each other, coming up with new ideas. Okay, what I mean by that is if you go research or do the mathematics, you're going to find out that a lot of these things, everybody says that a full circle cycle is 360 degrees, full circle. Okay, everything runs in repetitious circles, back and forth. You know, you think this, and then this other part thinks this, and they come together, and then they come up with a new premise, new idea in the middle, and that creates a new spark, and then that it just keep everything, and then that comes up with something with this one, and they create a new spark, and then it just keeps on going, and that's what everything. A lot of things. It's kind of, to explain it, I'm gonna explain a little bit more easier for you to understand it, but for example, the way your brain works, okay? You have two opposite symmetrical sides in the brain, the cerebral cortex. You got the left side and the right side. Just like you got left eye, left ear, right ear. They're all connected to each side of the brain, okay? And your body parts, why you got two sides of the body symmetrical. Same thing with an atom. From the electron to the neutron. The electrons are negative, the neutrons are positive, okay? To the molecule, to all things, to time, to thought processes, okay? They all have two opposite sides that come together, and then it creates that full circle cycle of 360 degrees action reaction within itself, okay, to keep itself in existence, sustainable, of even just because of existing. Everything exists because of a thought. And I'll explain this to you. We're going to explain more. I'm just giving you a brief rundown of the things we're going to be talking about in this show. So, to get to the point, we are, you know, we're in a mind. Everything is computing 24/7. It's all kind of different bodies and things computing. You got bacteria in your carpet that computes. Okay, for example, a bacteria cell, if I leave some Kool-Aid in the cup for 8 hours, a bacteria cell is going to form. That sugar is helping, the energy is helping it form. Then it'll split itself into two by itself after 8 hours. One cell will split itself into two. Then it'll go back and forth computing with each other, with itself, with the two. And then it grows into mold. Next thing you know, after 2 or 3 days, you go look in that cup, and you got a whole bunch of mold on there. All right? That is a computing brain. Okay? That is a computing brain that built itself up. That's what happens with, that's how all this whole world is created. This creation is created in that. That's why you got moss on trees, plants, you got people. Where they said humans, you know, grew themselves up from nothing at one time. You know what I mean? And there's always things in smaller and smaller worlds in smaller worlds. The microcosm and macrocosm. There's things in this carpet that I can't see with the naked eye, but it's probably a whole, if I went zooming down 100 times with the microscope on one little spot, I'll see a whole world of shit up in there living. That's the same thing when we are. We're in something. And then that's in something. I'll be in the air. Sometime when I'm flying in the airplane and I'll look down, as soon as we leave in the city, as soon as we get up 20,000 feet in the air, I look down, you can't even see one person. You can't see a car or nothing from up in the air. Okay? Oh, flying over the city. A person is that. It's the same way if I zoom down to the carpet. You know what I mean? Not damn near non-existent. You only exist in your own bubble, in your own mind, in your own place. This existence is being powered by power, energy. Okay? That's why life is just energy. And we're in a holographic reality existence. Okay? The numbers 3, 6, and 9. Okay, it means 360 degrees full circle. It's action, reaction. Okay, everything is 9 though in mathematics. Everything goes back into the 9. We're in the 9 universe, in the 9 world. You know what I mean? In true mathematics, there is no number 10. That's a made up, that's just an expression. The number 10 means 1 in its own cycle of 9. Okay, it goes from 1 to 9. Is on the real mathematics. So let's get back on point. With doing a lot of figuring these things out, you know, I've went far and found out a lot of information. The thing with people is I come across a lot of people from all walks of life, different. I live in an eclectic environment and society out here in Los Angeles area, California. There's people from all over the world. You have different minds, different backgrounds. People believe in different things. People are actually different, the way they think, feel. Some people have more soul than other people. Some people are just zombie robots. Some people just know how to just be followers and whatever they're programmed to do. There's different type of people, so I've been able to be exposed to these different types of bodies and computers and people and things of that nature for me to be able to study them. You know what I mean? And I've been dealing with a lot of information that I've found out. Now we're gonna get into some of these things today. Now one major thing. This is one thing that a lot of people don't really understand. Okay, because most people can't comprehend more than they already know what they think. And most people out here is trained to have an ego. When you have an ego, you'll never get past a certain level. Most people's ego is that they think that they already know it all, or whatever they think, whatever their culture is, whatever they was taught, they think that that's supreme and that they're already high, you know what I mean, above whatever they, you know what I mean, they think that they're the top of everything because of whatever they think or whatever they was taught or their culture is. They think that's supreme in the universe. In which most of these people are just going in small repetition circles, and everything that they think and do has no, it only pertains to themselves, nothing else in the universe. And let me explain to you. The way that this life works, okay, you might never heard this before, but if you go and do this when you break it down, you know, everybody is in their own mind. All this shit is a three-dimensional virtual reality world being computed, okay, from your brain. You go in the world, everywhere you go, even if I go down the street, hop in the car and drive to San Diego right now, I still went in my mind. That's what took me there. Okay, so everywhere you go, it's through your eyes, and it's just like you're in a movie, you're in the video game. You're that person in the game, and it's all being computed. All right, signals, light signals, giving you these visions and thoughts. You know, you're taking a ride in the body. The body is a computer, okay? The universe that we're in that's computing this body is a computer. It's minds interfacing with each other, computing these things, and then you came, and then your mind is computing too, and whatever frequency your body and your brain is on from another host computer is computing, helping compute in your mind and controlling your mind and emotions. And what that does is, if you find out, if you really go searching, you will find out that all these things in life, in your circle of life, is manifested into reality in your life because of how you think and how you feel. It'll manifest itself. So whatever you think, no matter whatever level of thinking you're on, whatever you think since you're a little kid, all the way through the years, you notice how whatever you think or however you was feeling, or however you feel, the world around you will mold itself to becoming that, for you to be comfortable. Okay, that's why everybody wants to be in their own comfort zone. If people don't hear, if things come along that's not in their comfort zone for what they already feel or been exposed to, they don't want to, you know what I mean, interface with that. Everybody wants to be in their own small bubble comfort zone. And I'm going to tell you, you know, what it is. What it is that you're living in a bubble, in a circle. Your mind is computing. Everything is action. All thoughts are action, reaction. You think this, and then this will come, and then you get a new idea. Everything is just why you're always thinking. Okay? Now, when you're thinking, it's molding your emotions, how you feel, your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Who you, in the world around you, in your mind, emotion will subscribe and mold itself to how you feel or what you think, wherever you're at. So basically, you're manifesting your own world. Okay, then if you notice over time, as you advance in thoughts and exposed to more things that interface with you in life, and you're going through different phases, you notice the world changes around you. Okay, that all has to do with you on the inside, how you think and how you feel. That's why all outside influences are mostly like lies. The external world is all illusion and a lie, and it's always somebody trying to run game on you, or they try to control your thoughts, mind control you, so they can control your manifestation of your world and keep you where they want you to be at for whatever the reason is. Now, we're going to get back on that because the problem I've been seeing is that most people, okay, black people, all people, they're not open-minded to anything. If anything like this, even this knowledge that I'm speaking now or this video, everybody always prejudges off of first looks, okay? The first thing you were looking at when I started this video was my chain, or how I'm dressing, or it's a black guy, why does he look like that? I wonder what he's about to talk about. Okay, why is he dressed like that? And then he starts talking about this kind of knowledge. Am I supposed to listen? People think all kind of stuff. That's another form of brain programming to keep you stuck. You always want to prejudge, okay, with the eyes. You can't go by external and looks. You have to go, the truth is within, is internal, okay? So stop always prejudging and be open. You're supposed to be trying to soak up the information and intelligence versus trying to just judge and be on that stupid stuff. So you got to get past that. So back to what I was saying is that most people with knowledge, when things come across them in life, they're not open to it. If it doesn't subscribe to or already correlate or have something to do with what they think that they already want to hear, for how they already was feeling in life before that knowledge or something came along. That's why they'll reject it, okay? That's why when I speak now, most people, I don't want to hear that, or I don't want to hear that, or they're going to reject you because you're not speaking on something that they already want to hear before you even came across them, okay? And the reason I bring this up is because that's just how the mind works. The human mind works like that. That's how people are. In the 360-degree action-reaction, everybody's in their own world, living. But they're all stuck in their own bubble, and you grow older and older into your own cycle, and deeper into your own bullshit, you're stuck. You notice how people, as they get older, they get stuck in their own ways, and everything is in a cycle. And like I'm explaining to you, this whole world is created in 360-degree cycle action reaction. That's how all things is computed, through action reaction, full cycles. That's why they say ain't nothing beyond 360 degrees. All right. Now, the problem with that is that, you know, most people, a lot of people complain. Okay, they're complaining about whatever, a lot of things, but they're not open to soak in. They're not open to receive. If you're not open to receive the blessings, how will you receive them? If you're not open to receive knowledge or something else that outside the box or outside of your own circle cycle, then how do you receive it? The whole thing with this this world, thoughts, mind, there's everything is in circles. There's different levels, different circles, the rings, Lord of the Rings. And everybody keeps going, you're going to keep going the same circle, the same thing, you're going to keep happening over and over again until you get it right, to pass up to the next level. And what I mean by that is that the way the human mind works is everybody keeps going in repetitious circles thinking the same thing until they come with a premise or a conclusion that puts that circle, that action reaction to a halt. They finally came to a conclusion. Then off of that conclusion, they can interface with that conclusion and come up with a new idea. And then go into a next level of believing in something different, another thought. And then they'll go in circles with that bigger thought until they come up with another conclusion that'll put at a halt. And then they can go to here. Okay? Now whether if this different levels, if it's the truth or if it's real or not, it don't matter. The thought process, that's how you build your mind. Just like how people lift weights and build muscle and go to the gym every day. When you think a lot and you practice in these ways of thinking, these formulas, you'll build your mind up. Regardless if it's truth or not, eventually when you keep doing it, you're going to gain more and more conclusions and knowledge and ideas, and then over time you can gather hundreds of thousands of ideas and thoughts that you didn't heard before. Then you can piece those together and you'll come up with some more truth, another bigger idea. Some people call it the rabbit hole, or they call it the abyss. You know, you just keep thinking forever. You know what I mean? But again, when you throw things out into the universe, there's other things that's computing that been doing it for a long time too, that'll come and bring you back answers, things that you can work with on a bigger, more real level, because we out here trying to seek the truth. Okay, now what I found out is, like I said, a lot of people do not, they got to get past that trying to be in a comfort zone. They don't want to deal with this knowledge. They don't want to step to the plate with a lot of things. They want to run and hide. They have fear. You know what I mean? They want to duck and dodge. You know, if you always have fear, you'll never get past a certain level over that fear, over that fence. You'll always be behind that, and that's what's going to keep you stuck too. Okay, so you have to be open and stop. Most people allows television, false perceptions of reality, and all these other things mold their minds to control, to keep them in a circle cycle of whatever the TV got you thinking that life really is, when most of this shit is all lies and fake anyway. Okay, so the reason I'm saying this is because what I've seen is a lot of people is having problems, but they're not open to listen or learn something new. They want to be stuck in their own cycle, small cycle. And you have to be open. Now the world is already known as, like I said earlier, it goes in cycles. That's what karma is about, dharma is about. Everything goes back around in a circle. So to get up out of that circle, you're going to have to reach out to try to get into a bigger circle, to something bigger. You know, we're trying to get bigger, and that's why I'm doing these videos. You know what I mean? We're trying to get some good karma coming back around. I'll spread knowledge, and that's how I receive knowledge. You know what I mean? I'm just paying my dues, doing my duty, and it's a lot of other things involved in this as well. But like I said, you got to be open and look outside of yourself and really look into this creation and how it's structured and what's going on. Okay? If you're even trying to get up out of, you know, and having some kind of leverage in this mind matrix that you're stuck in, this mind prison you're stuck in. You know what I mean? Because it's all within self. Remember, the world is what you make it. Okay? And that saying goes back to what I was saying, is that how you think and how you feel and what you think will make your reality the way it is, because you working within that and you agree to these things being that or being that way in your life. You're accepting and allowing it in. You know what I mean? You're not bossing up, coming with your own ideas and molding how you want things to be. And that's why everybody, all of a sudden, the whole world is being controlled by the paper dollars, money, governments. Nobody has their own mind. Everybody's easily influenced and controlled by outside influences that just on purposely fuck with you, just messing with your mind. It's always mind games and messing with your emotions. And most people, these humans, are not equipped. They don't have that kind of strength. They don't have that kind. They don't have that kind of power with themselves, because they haven't reached out to grab it to even overcome these types of things that the world is bombarding you with. And that's why everybody out here is running around like a circus clown. You know, they want to talk crazy about me and disregard me and talk down about me, and then not open to hear anything I have to say. But they all run around here like circus clowns with have no idea what's going on. But that's their choice, you know, in their lives. In God's free will, you can do whatever you want to do. That's on you. Just like I'm doing what I want to do, doing these videos. But at the same time, the human family here in this situation on this planet, in this world, I believe can be doing something, can be better. You know what I mean? Have more realness and more heart. I've seen the world get more faker and faker over time, and more shallow. It has been shallow, but nowadays I'm seeing that this whole new generation, different people, is just, they just way gone and lost. And that's another calling, the reason why I'm doing these videos. You know what I mean? Hoping I can make a change for you to just be real. And stop falling astray into the side fakeness and dumb stuff, and come to grips and terms with reality and try to understand this real knowledge of self and the creation of the universe. And in part 2 of this video, we're going to get more into a lot of the specifics in this creation, what's going on in the symbolisms, in the sigils, pictured symbols that you see all over the world, on TV every day, every magazine, book, all throughout history, carved in stone. It's these same symbols that you see everywhere. And I'm explaining to you what a few of them mean. I've been decrypting a lot of these things for many years. And I read symbols, mathematics. The universe speaks to me in symbols. Like I said, all this is just computed. Okay? Now you might say, and I understand, I know, even me, you know, maybe the things that I'm speaking of is all just made up, being computed as well. And it is. Okay? It is, but I've been in this mentalism for so long that I have gathered up and been privileged to, you know, gain myself on a higher level of understanding and have leverage of self in this mind matrix and being able to reach out and figure out and get knowledge of what's really going on, how this was created, where are we at, where if you don't know where you've been or how you was created, where it came from, you don't know where you're going, or you can't navigate you know, to what you're trying to do. Instead of just being stuck in the middle, lost, not knowing, and the only thing that you know is, oh, I gotta go chase some money today. I gotta go chase some dollars. I need this. You know what I mean? And you keep going the same cycle. And most people out here in these civilizations, in these human colonizations on the planet, is all about the same thing. That's all they think about. Material items. I need some money. I'm trying to do this. And then they'll kill or down their own brother or their own friend to try to come up. You know what I mean? And it's the same cycle. It's the same system. You know what I mean? But nobody is speaking on the creation or even have an interest in this knowledge of self. Most people don't even know what they Kundalini is. They don't even know what their body parts are or the function, how they function. They don't even know how the planet is created and the sun and where we're at. They don't know about any of these things. They don't know the knowledge on the light and the darkness. And a lot of the ancient knowledge and symbols and information that's been left here on this planet for us. You know what I mean? A lot of that information has been lost. Only very few people that pay attention understand these things. And I'm one of the very few people because I've been studying, I've been into this for a long time. And like I said, I've received a lot of information from abroad. Okay? And received a lot of the information where I can read all the ancient stuff and all the civilizations around the world, the ancient ruins and civilizations, all that stuff carved in stone. I can tell you what it means, and I read it. I can read Metal Netter. I can read all the Egyptian hieroglyphs. I can read the Mayan stuff. I can read the India stuff carved in stone, and all the stuff in Southeast Asia. I can tell you what they mean. You know, I know about all the religions. I can tell you what all the Jewish stuff means, all the letters, all the symbols, the way they dress, the way all different religious people dress, why they dress that way. What does the yarmulke mean? What does the pawpaw hat cap means? You know, what does the fez mean? What does it represent? I can tell you what all these, I know what all these things mean because I've been studying. Okay, a lot of this stuff is ancient knowledge. Okay, that a lot of you people have, it's just not caught. You don't understand, and you don't know because you don't care. You only care about what's apparent in your face, what you see on TV. Oh, I want to go to 31 Flavors Baskin Robbins and get that new cookie ice cream. You know, that's all people think about. Children think about these things. That's how children are. A lot of people never grow up out of their childhood thinking. And you got grown adults out here across the planet who's all on